Everything at 20 because at halftime I didn't want him to score. Bagged. Oh, come on. I got him now. I got his 2 routes bagged. Press. Let me have this guy in the hook zone. And this is my route. That's me. I finally caught on to it on a tight end. Any other tight end, maybe, but. Nope. You saw the title of the video. This is going to be over G, the big nickel over G ebook. All right, this is probably going to be, I'm confident enough to say this was probably the best over G tutorial on YouTube, because I'm not going to show you any bullshit I don't run. That's number one. Number two, I got clips, so I'm going to show you drives, actual drives. And number three, you know, I don't charge for it. So it just doesn't sit right with me charging you guys for stuff like this. If I ever charge you guys for an ebook, it'll be like $5, you know, and it's going to be with good content. I just don't feel, I don't know. That's for a whole nother video. But anyways, we're going to look over run defense, pass defense, bunch defense, all the above. So I will put the timestamps as well in the description. So first things first, let's go over run defense. Okay, so the same run defense for Iform I use for Singleback, okay, which is over G, cover 2, man. Now usually what I do, one of the first things I do, if they're in Singleback or Iform, I go ahead and just put base, so it's already base aligned, you know, so I don't have to do that myself, you know what I mean? And so it's already one step that I don't have to do. The second thing I'll do is I'll go over here and I'll put 5. If it's Singleback, I'll do like 5 and 15. But Iform 5 and 15 probably. And then I'll adjust if I need to do 25. Usually I'll do 5 and 25, but that's fine. We'll just do it like that. Option defense, if it's Singleback, if it's Iform, I do aggressive, because there is no read option in Singleback. You know what I mean? So you can just go ahead and switch that to aggressive kind of mid-game, you know. And so I just come out in cover 2 man. All right, so the first things first, it's already base aligned, you remember? So what I'm going to do is, all I'm going to do is on my end is show blitz. And so what that's going to do is bring my guy down below, and I will usually put him in a spy. And then I pinch my D-line, I crash them up, okay, and then I run something like this. Now if I want to get fancy with it, I can put L1 in a hard flat. It just helps with the RPO a little bit. And then I just trust that other guy on the right. I just trust him to basically, you know, cover the wide receiver. And this is my Singleback defense. to be honest, it's great single back defense because I try to shoot the gap, and then let's say it is a pass. Well, you have this guy as a spy on Mahomes or anybody like that, and all I have to do is guard the tight end. Okay, so this is what's going to look like. And then you can hit it in the backfield like 9 out of 10 times. Even if they ID you, it doesn't matter. But like I said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to show blitz. You can leave the defensive line stock if you want and just crash them up. But I just like to pinch because it helps me shoot the gap easier. If I wanted to, then I could have the safety like this, and I could do something like this, which is what I do. I mean, I always mess with the DBs, and I have that slot cornerback package. Okay, and so one more time. All right, I shoot the gap. I wasn't able to get there, but usually you can. Okay, and so it's just really good, and that's great pass defense out of it too. So let me try to, here's this stretch, here's this bubble right here. Now this is really hard to stop. So what I would do if he's doing a lot of this is hard with 2 controllers, man. Same shit, you know, I would do this. What you can do is you can crash your D line to the right. Okay, you don't have to shift them over because all he has to do is audible to, you know, this inside zone, and now that your line shifted, now he can just go left. So be careful with the shifting. You know, the shifting is, it can hurt you actually sometimes. But this is just a regular wing slot. What did I do? I went ahead. Okay, so I showed blitz. I pinched my D line. I crashed them to the right. You can leave this guy on the tight end if you want and use him, or you can put this guy and a curl flat, and then you can just do this and take the risk. You can take the risk. Like if you shade down, then he'll play that hard flat pretty well. So if you want, you can use her this side. You do have that safety over there. So, you know, here, let me try. I don't know if I'll be able to pass this. Let's see. Probably not, to be honest. But let's say he, you know, just something like that. I have a chance to make a play. You know, I have a chance to intercept the pass. But same thing, you know, just show blitz or whatever. And then if you want to, you can move this guy to the top. Although I wouldn't do that if that's Tyreek Hill, but it's possible against other teams. And then you could just run this. So this is just all around, just great single back defense. You know, it's awesome single back defense. Okay, now let's hop into Iform. Okay, guys, so here we are, man. Now we are in Iform. Iform run defense is the exact same way. You can run 3-3-5 wide, but I don't feel as if it's, I feel like over G's better. But that's just my opinion. But you're gonna do the same thing. You know, you come out in man, you show blitz, pinch, crash them up, and then if you want to, you can have 2 spies on the field, and then you just shoot the gap right here, make the tackle yourself. You know, stretch is really easy to blow up. You just have to be fast. So boom, boom. Worst case scenario, you get these adjustments off, and then he, you know, you shoot the gap every time. It's really, really dope, especially out of over G. You can even press and do it. You could just press. If you, let's say you don't want to show blitz, you can just press. It's the same thing. Okay, so that's the run defense right there against Iform. But the thing that's tricky is pass defense, you know, especially against the Chiefs. So this right here is, let's just say they run something like this. The way that I guard Iform passes is cover 3 sky. So remember, I already had it set to base. So all I'm going to do is show blitz. I'm going to shade down. So this is what I mean by shade down is you press triangle and you shade down. You hit it, that stick down, and they will play underneath. Now, if you hit triangle and up, they're going to shade up. So this is what I mean by shade down. So I shade down, now they're in hard flats. And then I shade up, now they're in cloud flats. You see what I'm saying? So that's how, every time when I say shade down, shade up, I'm coming from this right here, right? And then shade down, shade up, boom. They are in cloud flats. You see what I'm saying? So if you guys ever get mistaken, that's just what I mean, is stuff like this. All right, now it all depends on what Mahomes is doing. The guy you're playing, it just depends, man. There is no one defense to block Iform, pass. It just depends on what he does. If he likes to roll out, or if he's like constantly hitting Tyreek Hill, then you can just do this, and you can man up this guy with Tyreek Hill, because if it's any sort of in route or something, for the most part he'll be there. If I shade down, you can leave this guy, you can bring him in, kind of bluff him a little bit. All right, I'll do the same thing with my O-line. Now, the reason I'm cool with having this guy in a hard flat is because if the running back is on a wheel, then you're solid. This guy right here is on a hard flat, so if the running back's over here, he's gonna be guarded. If you want, you could block like a tight end corner route with this right here, and then your user, you stand right here every time. So this right here is just really good pass defense. But usually I'll just man up this guy with the tight end until otherwise. But whatever. So that's it. So whenever he wants to call hike and it's a play action, I'm immediately going to try to cut off his rolling out. I'm going to user rush him basically. And so I'm going to legit try to user rush, and I'm going to click off. So clicking off is really important. So if you want, you can go ahead and just blitz your guy. All right, I'll show blitz. I'll shade down. All right, I'll make my adjustments that I need to make. Maybe do something like that. Okay, so this right here alone is just good. This is good defense. This is great defense. Maybe if you wanted to, you could put this guy in hook zone. So this is going to help with post routes, and it's going to help with in routes and stuff like that. So you see how this is on in, then he'll get bagged by this hook curl right here. Okay, now if I see he's going to roll out, how can I do this with two controllers? I don't know if I can. I was gonna try to click off, but basically, I come over here and then I click off, boom, and he's bagged right there. And so if he wants to have escape artists or something like that and run around, he's gonna be bagged. So by the time any sort of play action comes on, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know how to really explain this as best as I can, but hey, if he does a lot of play action, just run all the way around everybody and then click off. So boom, click off. His only read is he has like this much time to make a read, which is this fullback. And if he no huddles, then I will just adjust off of that. Okay, and I will put the defensive end, I will put this guy in a hard flat, and he will take care of this guy right here. Okay, so it all just depends, you know what I mean? But as you see here, boom, once you see it's a play action, just user rush this bitch and then just click off, and most likely he's going to be tackled. And so I really hope that this helps you with pass defense and Iform. I really do hope. I tried to explain it as best as I could, man, but what's important is getting comfortable with shading down, shading up. And so these guys will play a little bit deeper if you shade. So now I'm shaded up. So now I'm Mahomes over here. Now these guys are shaded up. I don't have any zone drops on them, but if you, let's say I only have 5, but if you put like 15, it's just going to completely lock up all sorts of stuff. So you guys run with that. All right, let's go over G, cover 2. I'm gonna shoot this guy out. Crashing to the right. All right, guys, here we are. So now we are looking over strong close defense. Now my strong close defense is out of man coverage, and then I adjust off of that. So honestly, it's the same shit as Singleback. It's the same shit as Iform. Is I will press, except against strong close, I don't really show blitz, because when you show blitz, it shows blitz on that side. So I just kind of chill out on that, and I will just press. All right, I will crash, I will pinch, I will crash to the right because that is the strong side. I blitz my user and I try to shoot the gap. Now, if you want to, my real adjustments would be something like this. This is what I would truly run. All right, I'd probably back off Tyreek Hill, but I'd have a hook curl because in case it's an RPO, he's going to come down and kind of shoot that. You know what I mean? I don't man him up with the receiver, because if you man him up, then he'll chase him and he will just like run in a fucking circle around him. And that's just not what I like. So hook curl is fine. I do have this safety and a spy, and I don't bring him down or anything. It's just to make the user think he's in a deep blue, being all the way back there, but really he's in a spy. If you wanted to, you could have him in a hook curl. He does shoot the gap pretty well like that. But just having that corner and a cloud flat does a lot. And then, you know, I just try to shoot the gap right here, and I adjust off of that. Now that was me crashing to the right. So here's man coverage, boom. Let's say I just crash, you know, just like I would regularly would. Boom, I just run something like this. Maybe even have a cloud flat right there. But you could just blitz his ass, honestly. You don't really need to. But I have him right here. Here I am right here. And then boom. I pick him up. But as you see, I also got backup. And this is actually a legit, this is how it would look. But it's the same thing, guys. You know, press, pinch. You could shift to the right and crash right. You could shift, I mean, you could pinch and then crash right like this if you wanted to. But this right here, really good defense for strong close, okay? And then you just kind of try to fill the gap in, okay? Now, pass defense out of this is the same thing as Iform. It's that cover 3 sky. So in this case, I would show blitz, or I'd press and then boom. And then I shade down like this. So this right here, I would just leave it stock. You don't need to get too crazy. Just do it like this. And for the most part, man, it's pretty much going to be bagged for the most part. So let's see. Let's say he calls hike. My user would be right here, and I'd probably just come back up. His only option is the flats, and that's what you want, is just to leave the flats. You know, you don't want him beating you deep. Bend, don't break, guys. That's the only defense you need for strong close. I promise they will be out of that shit in a heartbeat. Let's move on to the next fucking formation. All right, here we go. So in a situation like this, and in the red zone, you don't really need to put these too far deep. You know what I mean? The only thing is maybe the hook's at 5. It's pistol. Okay, so pistol weak. Let's do man. I'm gonna press. What's my stuff lagging now? It's fine. Let's hold him. All right, goal line. We're gonna press, spread the D line. All right, we're gonna shoot this gap right here. Press, spread the D line, crash him down. Blitz both guys, shoot the gap. That should have been pick. Come on, man. Where's my pick? Go out, Jacks, man. Press. All right, crash these guys out. Stand right here.